Hey good people, Tiffany Javon here, back with another video, and today we're going to talk about 20 businesses that you can start in 2022 for less than $100. Okay, and yes, we do know that there's only a couple of months left in the year. However, it still doesn't mean that you can't get started today. Okay, for less than $100. Okay, so these are 20 businesses that you can start. A lot of times we're trying to find ways in which to make more money. A lot of times, at our 9-to-5s, it's not going to be enough money, and so we're looking for that next side hustle, or we're looking for that business, or that something that can maybe we can build up that can eventually end up replacing our 9-to-5. And so these are some things that you can add to kind of like your different, I call them octopus arms, because that's how I feel. I'm like, I need octopus arms when it comes to income. I need like 8 different streams, right? Like that's what I think about. I just think about arms and income flows and streams coming from every which way, northeast and northwest and southeast and southwest, all different directions, northeast, south and west, all different type of directions. And so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, number one, a pet walker or a pet sitter. Okay, people treat their pets like family. I treat my pet like family. We have a German Shepherd. He's a part of the family. We've had him ever since he was a pup, ever since he was like 10 weeks old, and we baby him. So he's spoiled to the core, but we wouldn't have it any other way. He's our one of our babies until we had our actual human baby, and so he's still a part of the family. And so there's so many people that love their pets, and so they want someone to watch their pet. They don't want to leave their pet at home by themselves, or they don't want to leave their pet outside by themselves, or whatever the case may be, or in a cage by themselves. So they want a pet sitter. So if you love animals, that may be something for you. Okay, number two, social media manager. This is a great one that I've heard a lot about and that I've seen people actually start. But if you're on, so basically, if you're already on social media all day, every day, and you can actually, track how much time you yourself spend on social media. Like if you know all the ins and outs of Facebook and TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and different things like that, you call yourself like a guru, right? You can use these tips and tricks and different things, that this know-how that you have and this knowledge that you have, and you can go into business for yourself and do this for businesses, and do this for freelancers, or do this for small businesses that's trying to get their name out there, and they want to get heard, they want to get more customers, and different things of that sort. So you can use that knowledge for good, right? And you might as well, you're online anyway, you might as well get paid, right? Number three, blogger. If you love writing, if you are very experienced in a different, but in a certain category, you can use that knowledge and you can start a blog, and you can write about your journey. You can write about your experiences. There's so many people out there that start these blogs talking about their experiences with different things of life. If you've ever went through something, very traumatic, or you went through something, or just educational, it doesn't necessarily have to be traumatic, but if it's something educational, you can start a blog and talk about that experience, and talk about what you've learned through those experiences, and people gravitate to that type of stuff. And then also in those blog posts, and once you hit your following and different things of that sort, and your readers, you can start a marketing affiliate products and different things of that sort, things that's helped you along your journey, services and products that's helped you along your journey. You can become an affiliate marketer, and kind of segue into that blog, and make money that way. So that's the thing. Number four, Lawncare. This is, tell us all this time. So if you're good, you have a green thumb, right? You know how to cut grass and shape up, shrubs and different things, or even plant things, or whatever case may be. Do some good landscaping. There are people that'll pay good money, residential or commercial. You can start residential and then eventually break out into commercial, but that's a way in which you can make some good side income, or eventually make some full-time income, because I know some people that do. Number five, being an Airbnb host. This is something that I'm actually dibbling in, and I'm excited to go on this journey. And so becoming an Airbnb host, there's a way in which you can rent out your spare room that you're not using at your house, or you can actually rent a place because it doesn't necessarily have to be your facility or your property in order to place it on Airbnb. As long as you have a contract and an understanding with the landlord that you're renting from, you can can, get that understanding, get that in writing, get that under contract, and start listing, your room or your rooms that you have available on Airbnb. And that's that, right? So pretty much have your own hotel that you have running. Number 6, Turo, Turo, and it's a way in which you can it's a rental car business. You can rent your own car. If you're like myself, if you work from home and most of the time your car stays parked in front of the house, you can rent your own car on Turo. Maybe during the week when you're not using it really, you can rent it out, make some extra cash that way. You can get purchase a fleet. You can rent a fleet or lease a fleet of cars and purchase cars, because some people do that as well, and start purchasing, building up your fleet and renting cars out that way. People make money. It's a crazy thing. So you can definitely do that. That's number 6. Number 7, e-commerce. So selling things online. E-commerce is where you can sell, whether you sell personal items that you no longer use anymore, items that are around the house that you can sell, whether you want to sell it on Amazon or eBay or OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. There's so many different ways. Or create your own Shopify store. If you have a product or something that you create and that you love to sell, t-shirts or whatever. Like, there's so many different things that can be sold online. You just have to learn from the best, right? So basically, most of these businesses, I would say one thing that I would admonish you to do is that you want to find a mentor that's already making the level of income that you would like to make in these type of businesses, and do what they do. And if and they can teach you their ropes and their tricks and different things like that, and get you well on your way to doing the very same thing. Number 8, daycare. I know number 1 was pet sitter. That's for pets. Number 8, we're talking about daycares for children, right? So if you love kids and on the side you want to, sit kids, there's a way in which you can do that. There's this website called sittercity.com, and it's a way in which, sitters, local people in the area, that have, experience with taking care of children, whether it's their own children or whether it's their family's children or whether they work in childcare or whatever the case may be. If you love children, your love for children can pay you. Okay, so start sitting, right? Number 9, becoming a cleaner. A cleaner, let's say for instance, or any type of maid services. If you love cleaning and organizing, people will pay you to come clean and organize their house. There are some people that are so busy they can't get to that type of stuff, right? So people will pay a pretty penny for that. Number 10, a freelancer. If you have any type of skills that you can market as a freelancer, say for instance, you're a good graphic designer, you know how to make really good graphics, so you can do people's logos and flyers and different things of that sort, business cards, or if you know how to work with spreadsheets, or you know how to transcribe, different things or whatever case. There's so many different ways in which you can, be a freelancer and make money that way as well. Number 11, photographer. I see some people starting this. If you have that knack for seeing, a Kodak moment, right? And you just feel like, man, if I start in photography, this will be great. Doing it as a side hustle. You can start with maybe some, photography minis, which minis is basically like a short session, like a 15-minute or 30-minute session. And maybe you can start, with overall photography, or if you want to go into a niche, you can go into wedding photography, or you can go into baby photography, for infants and stuff like that. You only take pictures of babies, newborn, all the way up to maybe 12 months. Or you can do family photography, you want to do family portraits and different things of that sort. There's so many different sections, and so you just have to find the one that fits for you. And so number 12, consulting. Consulting is a general thing. However, consulting is basically you taking your experiences, you taking your knowledge, your expertise, and you're monetizing it. Okay. So if you know how to do certain things, if you know how to, one thing that my sibling was telling me about, my brother actually was telling me about, if you know how to, if you're an engineer and you know how to work with data, or you know how to program certain things, there are people that will pay you to program their apps, right? Or to program, their websites, or you work with websites and you're a consultant on that, on how a professional website is to look and the field of a professional site and all that kind of stuff. People will pay you for your expertise, and you could become a consultant of, that particular thing because you have that experience there. Okay. So that's that. Number 13, virtual assistant. If your happy place is administration, and you like helping people complete whatever they need to complete, whether it's keeping their calendar or, doing a little administrative task or being someone's virtual assistant and doing the little, checking their emails and their voicemails and making sure they stay on track with their calendar and they're setting appointments and different things of that sort. There's virtual assistant business out there that will pay you. They have jobs available, or you can start your own virtual assistant business and make money that way. Number 14, and of course this one is seasonal, but it's still a lot of money in it. Christmas light installation. And so there are people out there that do this every year because Christmas is the same time every year, and people go all out for Christmas. People pay, hundreds or thousands of dollars to get lights put on outside their home, or get a whole, nativity scene put outside their home, or whatever the case may be. So people pay big money to be the shiniest, brightest, prettiest house on the block when it comes to Christmas lights. So that's a way in which you can make money as well. Let's see. The next one is number 15, baking. If you have a really good hand at baking and you know how to do that very well, that's something that you can get paid for. Okay. Cooking, baking, making plates, different things of that sort. You can start small and you can work your way up. Number 16, vehicle advertising. Now this is basically, there's companies out there that will pay you to advertise on your vehicle. So to pay you to put some type of advertisement on your vehicle of their business or whatever advertisement they're trying to put, the word they're trying to get out there, they will pay you to put that, these labels on your car. So that's a way in which to get paid. Number 17, resume writing and editing. This is huge because everybody that's working a 9-to-5 has a resume, okay? Even people that hadn't, that's still not working a 9-to-5, but at some point in their life, they maybe did work a 9-to-5. Everybody, or there's a lot of people out there that still have resumes, and so they are dusting those things off. We're in this whole pandemic and stuff like that, so people are trying to make more money. We're dealing with inflation and different things of that sort, and so people are trying to make more money, Again, I'm doing a video about 20 different ways in which you can start a side hustle or a business for less than $100. People are trying to make more money, okay? And so people need those resumes dusted off. Sometimes them making more money would require them to have a better resume, a better presentation of their work experiences, and you can be that help to them if that's something that you know how to do, okay? And people pay good money for that as well. I'm talking about hundreds of dollars. I know somebody for a fact that's paid $200 and $300 for just getting their resume, revamped and stuff like that. So just imagine if you do that for, I don't know, say 10 clients a month, it's extra $2-3 grand. That's really good side hustle money, right? Next one would be, that was resume writing. We're talking about, okay, personal organizer or personal assistant. That's actually number 18. So somebody that actually can run your errands for you, people that can make sure that your kids are picked up from school, people that can make sure that you're on top of it when it comes to both life and your business, or life and work and different things of that sort. People that can help you stay organized, a personal assistant or a personal organizer. This is something that you can definitely get paid for if that's something that you know how to do, okay? And let's see. Number 19, this is something that I love, a YouTube content creator, okay? So now granted, when you first start out on YouTube, YouTube is not necessarily about per se when you first get started that you're just gonna get a check, the day that you make a video. No, you have to build up a following, okay? You build up a following, and not only that, once you build up a following, then YouTube will actually pay you for putting ads, whether they're 5-second or 30-second ads on your videos to your following. So say for instance, you have 1,000 subscribers and YouTube says, hey, we want to put this ad in your video because you have 1,000 people watching your content. So we're going to pay you on how many people actually watch the video through the ad and stuff like that. So anybody that watches that ad, YouTube pay you cents on that. And then once you get to a point where you're so big, or you get to the point where you have a really nice following, 5,000, 10,000 followers or more, then businesses will even reach out to you as well, asking you to partner with them or sponsor, become a sponsor of maybe their product or their service that they want to get in front of your audience, and they will pay you for that. So, just to come on YouTube and talk about something that you're experienced in, or just talk about, whatever, if you build a good following and you're consistent in your content creation, you can get paid for that. So that's huge there. And number 20, direct sales rep. Okay, and we all know it as MLM, multi-level marketing, or just direct sales. Okay, so there are so many businesses out there, and a lot of times their startup packages start at $99, whether it's Mary Kay or Paparazzi or TLC or whatever the case may be. There's so many different companies that are out there that you can be direct sales reps for and make really good side income, if not full-time income. Okay, and so that was all 20, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that content and found something maybe that you can go out and strive for, and maybe you can go out and start. Maybe it's something you've been contemplating, and maybe make some good side money, or even replace your full-time income, because that's also an option as well. And so if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and do me a favor, go down in the comments below and say I subscribe, and I will be sure to comment and reply to your comment below. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed. Bye.